And last year, I'm not sure how we got on this topic, but we got on the topic of McDonald's. And obviously, I like to eat. So this particular student would always ask me after we made the conversation about McDonald's, hey, Mr. Hammerstein, would you have McDonald's last night? So one of the things I remember about him, not only that, he's not afraid to go above and beyond, and not afraid to ask for help when he needs it. Luis Ramirez.
My outstanding student award goes to a young man who constantly comes into my class, gets his work finished, and is always asking me for something else to do. Maybe it's just because I bore him too much and he wants something to take his mind off of it. I'm really not sure which, but Damian Hawking has done a fantastic job. Next up, my most improved student. I'd like to echo Mr. Hammerstein in saying that what I noticed first, at the beginning of the year, was that this young man was just kind of along for the ride. He'd come, he wasn't disruptive, but was just kind of chilling in class, which is fine. But towards the end, he was really knuckling down, getting his work done. I could see it really grasping the information that we were covering. And my hat's off to Antoine Pierce.
In middle school, I was there, and I was in interventions. I co-taught with Ms. Brooks. Like I said, I'm just going on anyway. And we had a wonderful time. She's a wonderful teacher to co-teach with. And I made some really good connections with several of you during that time. The next year, I was doing more reading intervention. And my most improved student, during 6th grade, I wasn't just helping in math, but I was pulling out some people for language arts. And Ms. Thomas said, could you maybe pull this student out and go over some things? And not just him, a few other people. And I went back to her and I said, he's got it. He's got it. I don't know why he hasn't shown it to you. He's got it. He's so smart. He's so good. And I have seen this year through Management Language Arts that he is that raw, and he is steady, and he doesn't make waves. He does what's right all the time. And we're looking, we're not looking. I can tell that he's got that IB learner profile trait of being principled, and I'm sure that he's going to go very far in life. And my most improved student, and I'm talking about from 6th grade to now, is Mr. Antoine Pierce. And this young woman has shown all year that she will do what it takes. She'll ask questions if she's not sure. She'll go the extra mile and do extra things. And she takes pride in what she does. And my outstanding student for the year 2013-2014 is Miss Tamara Tinker.
I teach language arts as well, but I'm actually a long-standing teacher that took a long break from teaching. I went out on my own, started my own business, and decided to come back to education. And I know that for me, I teach not only language arts core, but also language arts honors. And my 8th grade honors English students, it's just kind of different. I have a lot of high expectations. There's many reasons why I have high expectations. For me, I understand the value of education because, you see, I only have a 10th grade education. I actually dropped out of 10th grade. And for me, education is the key. And I don't want any child to not understand the value of education. And that's why I teach from my heart. I know that for many of you, my expectations have been very different. But I want you to know that you truly are working and looking like honor students. Just the other day, I wrote a question on the board for bell work, and they started answering. And I said, whoa, 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 whoa. Who's this class? This is not the class that at the very beginning of class, or beginning of school, this doesn't sound like that class. You guys sound like honor students. And you know what was so amazing is that every one of them in there, they beamed. They were so proud. In fact, they clapped about some of the achievements that they made. This last essay that I had, I set the mark at the higher end, 850 words. And when they saw that, they went, oh my gosh. The amazing thing is that so many of them realize it isn't just about a word count. It's about saying what you need to what? Say. And many of them have chosen to say what they needed to say. In fact, one young lady decided that she needed to take a 5-point penalty because she wanted to say what she needed to say. She didn't want to stop because the time was up. And because of that, I've seen such changes in this young lady. I found it very hard to just have just one, but my first Most Improved Student award goes to Lauren Eccles. But I had to go out to Mr. Hammerstein for permission because everybody knows I'm a rule follower. And I was only supposed to have one Most Improved Student award. I said, I had 2 people. And he said, if you feel that strong, then you can. This other young lady, at the beginning of the school year, she kind of sat, kind of came in with her own agenda, decided that, she kind of was going to, just kind of do things kind of her way. And she realized that maybe there was a different way. We talk about goals and achieving the dream. We read part of The Dream Giver yesterday. We talk about going places and soaring like eagles. We don't need to be on the ground like turkeys. We need to soar. And you guys can. Want one of my other